Listen, this call's about business.
All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from the Washed Media headquarters in Austin, Texas. My name's Will DeFries. In the studio with me today, Dylan Shivery.
Man, I don't have any cool little anecdotes or quips like Dave would bring. I'm just excited to be here, especially since the guest we have sitting next to you. I just want you to pass the rock directly to him right now.
Presenting today's guest. Some of you know him by the Battletoad Bad Boy. Others just know him as producer Micah. Presenting Micah Wiener. Welcome to the program.
Daddy's back. This is my first ever all daddy podcast. What a treat to be with you guys.
Wow. Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Hey, can I get some shout outs out of the way?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to make it real quick just for the backers in my office. Shouts to D-Man, T-Bone, Will, a.k.a. The Beard, and Christian. So shouts to you guys. It's good to be here.
So you have in your office, you have a D-Man, which is the seat you're sitting in today. You have a dude named Will, a.k.a. The Beard, which I would say is close to me. And then I don't know who Dylan.
T-Bone.
Okay.
T-Bone.
T-Bone. That's
Actually, we call Randy T-Bone because he famously orders that at steakhouses.
He one time he ordered a T-Bone.
That is true.
That is it.
And my last name begins with a T.
That's good. That's good. You're the other bone man.
None of us cared that your name starts with a T. We just liked calling you T-Bone.
Wait, you just shouted out guys that you work with?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're all backers.
Really?
Except for Will, a.k.a. The Beard.
Okay.
And I was, the last time I was here, I was shouting out Christian and D-Man. And then I said, Will's beard looks great. And he thought I was talking about him.
Oh.
And I didn't want to burst his bubble. So now I am bursting it. I was not talking about you, Will.
Oh.
But I'm talking about you now. So
My beard's looked better. I've had some tough time crafting this thing lately.
Thank you guys for listening. T-Bone and Christian and Will the Beard
and D-Man.
And D-Man.
The other D-Man.
Why'd you give up on the mustache? Like, you've given up.
The mustache for me, I'm really hot and cold on it. Like I said, there are days when I have a mustache, I feel like I'm the hottest man in Austin, and there are days I feel like I'm a 2, and I can't live in that fluctuation. It's bothering me.
I get it. I understand where you're coming from. Like, new facial hair always kind of is a little jarring. But that being said, like, I'm such a fan of the mustache that I don't like seeing you abandon it this quickly.
Also, it feels like better when I have a little bit of scruff to complement the mustache. But that's also like you're kind of trying too hard if you just always have scruff to match your mustache.
Okay, fuck you.
I know.
No one knows. No. You just think you're trying too hard because it takes effort to have that scruff get maintained.
Because
but no one else knows that.
It looks like you shaved, like 3 days ago.
Uh-huh.
Which it's like if you maintain like a 3-day shadow, it's like, all right, man.
Is there any way that you would commit to having a mustache for the Wash Media holiday party on Thursday evening?
I think that's too soon to just go stash. This isn't long enough.
It's long enough.
But Thursday evening, as in like tomorrow, Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
If you shaved
Dylan,
right
you might
now,
need
you'd
just
have
a little
stash.
more time.
Yeah.
Mike, are you going to be around at all? Do you want to come pop into the private room we
Come
got
through.
for the Wash Media holiday party?
You won't.
Are you guys going to tell me where the private room is, or are we keeping
won't,
that on
pussy
the
boy.
deal?
I'm not sure if you've ever heard of this place. It's a little place called Carve.
Okay.
This is like our 5th time in the private room.
I'll be honest. I have some concerns about us hitting the minimum for the private room.
The champagne
so we
room?
might need some people there ordering a couple steaks to go.
Well, Randy will be there, so we'll hit the minimum quite easily, as he will spend like $400 on cocktails alone.
He's gonna.
The company will.
He's gonna drink 500 grams of
thank
sugar worth of cocktails tomorrow,
Yes.
and I cannot wait.
Do they have a T-bone on the menu over there?
They don't, which I was a little.
No.
They go right
I
by.
bet
You
could
can
put
ask
in
them
a
to
call.
custom cut one for you.
They take pride in their butchership. Yeah, no, that sounds great. It's actually a restaurant that's fairly close to where I live.
I hear no excuses so
Yeah,
far. That's good.
if you're in town, I mean, I think the invite. I think we're okay with inviting you.
Come through, bitch.
Okay.
Okay,
All right. We'll talk through
come
this.
through, friend.
Thank
Make
you.
it happen. Give me one reason, except for I have to
we
run it by
should
the
tell
wife.
you it
I
is
get
I
cowboy.
have a
It is
wife and a
cowboy
child.
themed. We're cowboy theming it, so you do have to dress a little western.
What
if
does
you're
that
gonna
do
ride.
for you?
That kind of ups the ante
I know
in
you
a
have
good
boots
way.
on deck.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
No.
be surprised if you had a cowboy hat as well.
See, like that might make it an easier pitch for my wife.
There you go.
Like this isn't just a dinner with the boys.
Think about
It's a cowboy themed Christmas party.
think about the Graham opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
seriously.
You know, we missed one when we were all together at Barrett's event,
I know.
and
true.
Oh yeah, we did miss that.
and that was another situation where the minimum was not reached. And
we had to play catch up.
I forget if you guys were there, mostly because things got a little hazy at the end because I spent the last half hour of the party with, I think it was Laura's cousin who was just ordering the rarest whiskeys inside the restaurant. And we were drinking them together because we had to play a little catch up.
Yeah.
That's
and
a
I-
great place to be in.
Yeah.
If that happened, like, were you ever in like? I'm going to take you back to the fraternity days. Like, did you ever
Right.
have a time where you couldn't hit the bar minimum at like a party, and so everyone just got to go crazy?
I don't think so.
Not Dylan's frat.
yeah,
Nah,
we were
dude.
pounding, man.
Yeah,
You know
that was
us.
actually a test. That
We
was
were-
a test, and you passed it.
we were
You guys are not NF.
We were so frat. Oh my god. Yeah, that is a good place to be in, man. We were like, yeah, like whatever you want on the menu, it's all on the table. Just go for it, and we did.
Sally had a year where they had a bar tab at some place, and they didn't hit it on New Year's Eve, and so they, instead of like not, I don't know what happened, but they ended up having a bunch of money left over that people had pitched in for this party, and instead they just went to El Tiempo in Houston the next day and just all sat down and ordered the most expensive things on the menu with the leftover money from the party. They probably should have issued refunds to people instead, but anytime you
Yeah.
get free reign at El Tiempo, I think you take it.
That sounds like a good
It does sound
situation to
fun.
be in too.
Speaking of margaritas and frat parties, can we talk about something that Will and I share now?
Yes.
I, along with Will, have acquired a commercial grade
Yes.
margarita machine,
Yes.
frozen margarita machine.
You guys co-own it?
Yeah.
We co-own it.
Yeah. So
You
we need it for
co-parent?
any wash functions.
How many times has this thing been used?
It has never been used. It is brand new. There is a guy in my neighborhood who buys pallets. Okay, and there is a neighborhood Facebook group, and he's often selling these random pallets of things. It's sort of like storage wars. Like you just kind of buy stuff and
Yeah.
you resell it.
This sounds very shady, but I'll keep going.
Yeah, it kind of is. I bought $180 worth of baby wipes from him one time. Like I've got a life. My child will never need any more baby wipes. They're
That's
in my
huge.
garage.
That's what's up, dude.
And one time he got 45 vacuum cleaners. It's not even a Connor Stallions joke. It's
This
just a
guy's
thing
stealing.
that happened.
This guy's a thief.
We don't do Connor Stallions jokes.
He's
here.
from Philly. It might have fallen off the truck. I don't know. But shouts to him. He's moving. So he's like, I've been trying to find a commercial grade margarita machine for years. And I finally got it. But I got to empty out the garage. I was told the value. We got this for about a third of its retail value. We'll just say that.
33 cents on the dollar.
Micah hit me up at a really good time when he asked me if I wanted to go in on this with him. That's because I was 3 sheets to the wind on margaritas. And so I was just like, absolutely.
That's a
book
perfect
this
time
thing.
to ask someone
Get
to
this-
commit financially to something.
Yeah.
How long have you had this in your possession?
2, 3, 4 weeks, something like that.
And you haven't fired it up yet.
I have not had the occasion to fire it up.
You know, it also doubles as a pina colada machine. I'm just putting that out
It
there.
certainly does.
Is there any way that
Brandy.
Carv would let us set it
Oh.
up in the private room tomorrow night and we could just sit there just pouring our own margaritas? We could just ask them,
Maybe.
we could just buy bottle service from them and then dump that into the margarita
the,
machine.
the restaurant bar down the street from me that I talk about all the time, they
Mhm.
have frozen whiskey sour machine.
Oh,
And the guy like let me sample one the other day. Absolutely
Sounds
fantastic.
great.
the first drink I ever ordered legally was a whiskey sour. We arrived in Mexico, and it was a senior year spring break, and we went up to the bar and we absolutely buckled in front of the bartender, and we were just like, "Oh, we'll do a round of whiskey sours."
That's sick.
That's
I
yeah.
like that.
I drank a lot of those as a freshman in college. I
I
think.
like that. Okay, so I'll be
Well,
looking forward to my
So
invitation.
the only time that I have scheduled for this right now is we will be doing 100% frozen Irish coffees for the St. Patrick's Day party in the Drip, which I've invited you guys
Wow.
to.
I haven't gotten
Uh,
that invite.
I mentioned it like 1,000 times to you guys.
frozen Irish coffee.
We talked about it at Barrett's thing.
Never
it might
heard
have
of
been
such a
before
thing.
the whiskey came out.
Never heard of such.
I think Nickel City, the bar on the
Never
east side,
even had a
has it.
cold one.
I don't. It's happening. So you've
Wow.
been warned.
You
But
think,
other
you,
than
think
that,
you think I won't fucking show up? Is that what you think?
no.
right.
I'm just saying. Right now, I have a margarita machine sitting in my garage that nothing is scheduled for use for another 3 months, or 4 months essentially. So if you guys, if the opportunity arises, it's available.
Well, thank you.
Are we ready
I don't know. Are we?
for Will's 5-star review of the week?
Wow. See how he does that?
I didn't see it coming.
I've got some really good news this week, guys. Instead of a 3-star review this week, I'll be reading a 5-star review for Will's 5-star review of the week. This is from someone named Eric Cantona. You guys familiar with who this is? I know Micah's not.
Eric Cantona.
He is a famous soccer player from Manchester United.
I didn't know he listened.
Yeah, apparently he does, because that is the name here. He left a 5-star review with the subject line just simply Eric Cantona. It's the longest review I think we've ever received. It is. He did the lyrics to a song. Are you guys familiar with the song "The 12 Days of Christmas"?
Yes.
On the
Oh, my
first
goodness,
day
yeah.
of Christmas.
Big fan.
Well, he wrote his own version, which I'm going to do a reading of right
Is
now.
it clean?
Yeah, it's clean. I'm going to read the end of it so we get all of the things instead of doing it from the beginning and then me just doing all of them. You understand how the song works.
Go for it.
He says, on the 12th day of Christmas, my Duffries gave to me 12 shiveries, 11 shiveries, 10 shiveries, 9 shiveries, 8 shiveries, 7 shiveries, 6 shiveries, 5 shiveries, 4 shiveries, 3 shiveries, 2 shiveries, and a Dylan shivery.
That's fucking beautiful.
Wow.
Wow.
5-star review
Hey, you really put your soul into that.
of the week.
I appreciate that. That's an excellent. That's so good.
I mean, yeah, when it comes to the music that I produce, like you don't listen to it for my vocal prowess.
Man.
You just listen to it for the nuances.
I low-key feel bad for Dave not getting a shout in there, but he's not here, so he won't hear it probably.
Yeah, I think the guy knew that Dave was out
Yeah.
with his surgeries and stuff, and so it makes sense that he would
Yeah.
just, isolate us there.
I thought there was going to be a reference to the 3 non-consecutive E's in chivalry.
Well, there are 4.
Or I'm sorry, the 4
So,
non-consecutive E's.
Yeah.
It's been
Very
a while,
rare.
man.
We'd be leaving one out.
James wanted to add you on Fortnite the other day. He's like, "How do you spell it?" I spell it out. I'm like, "It's 4 E's, not consecutive."
Dude, yeah, it's you don't see that too often.
No, I'm sorry.
Almost
I forgot about
never.
one of those.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hey, speaking of music, have you guys heard about this this challenge that's out there for the Wham
Oh,
Christmas song? Have you guys talked about that?
No.
No.
This
Sure.
Christmas, right? Not a great song.
This Christmas, I gave you my heart. That's a great song. What are you talking about, bitch?
It's fine.
Okay,
It's polarizing.
It's a
It's
great song.
okay.
Polarizing.
I mean, I know you're a big Wham guy, but
That's my favorite Wham joint, though.
all right. Well, anyway, apparently this is now a big enough. It started as a TikTok challenge, and now it's big enough because I saw it on the Today Show this morning. It's called Whamageddon, and you have to avoid hearing that song from December for the 25 days of Christmas or the 12 days of Christmas, which I think we're now into. So if you can avoid hearing it, the original version, no covers don't count. Dylan's you weren't disqualified just by hearing Dylan sing it. So, but I guess if you're at a retail
That's the
store,
challenge?
you get on a group chat with your people and you say,
Oh, okay.
guys, I'm like, I guess like the Seinfeld episode, I'm out.
Right,
One
right,
of
right.
those.
An authoritative slap.
You just smack the table,
Slap at the table, man.
as Kramer did in the
Thank you for the reference.
when he came to masturbation.
Nice.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
Yes, he did.
Serenity Now. That's the
different
episode.
epi. Different
Oh.
epi. Yeah.
They had numerous masturbation episodes?
That one wasn't about masturbation. That was about just anger management.
I feel like there's a lot of Seinfeld episodes that don't get played on normal television just because they might be like a little out there. It might have been a miss of an episode that I need to go back and like find. Because like if you go back and you watch old Frasier episodes like on a streaming network, there are definitely episodes that they just straight up don't put on regular
Yeah.
TV. I feel like there's Seinfeld episodes that are
Probably.
just completely escaping me.
Probably. They
Dude.
told the line a bit.
Speaking of Christmas, what's my Christmas tree rating?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We got to get to Randy's Christmas tree.
Here,
tree
before we get to
rating.
Randy's Christmas tree rating, can we hear from our friends over at BetterHelp? Today's show is sponsored by BetterHelp. The holidays are here. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I get a little down over the holidays. If you're away from family, maybe you're just not feeling it that year. It's just a little difficult. And sometimes in life, you're faced with tough choices and the path forward isn't always clear. And sometimes it's just easier to turn to somebody. So whether you're dealing with decisions around your career, relationships, or anything else, therapy can help you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life so you can move forward with confidence and excitement. Trusting yourself to make decisions that align with your values is like anything. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. There's so many benefits to therapy. I have been an active member in the therapy community. And by that, I just mean I've used therapy in my life numerous times.
As have I. Proud of it. I think everyone could use a little bit of it.
I've done everything from just some regular sessions to a little sprinkle here and there, a little self-maintenance. But if you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/circling today to get 10% off the first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/circling. Toss that tree up, Randy.
All right. I got it on the Twitters.
I have some comments.
I mean, I'm pretty happy with my immediate view of this tree.
Lights look good. Colored lights. You have the ornaments are personalized, which you know is a big, big thing for your boy. You have a tree skirt. There's nothing flashy about it, but you got one. You got
Well,
There's nothing flashy
he's
about
got
it.
a
well,
train
the
running
train.
around.
That's not part of the actual skirt. It's just
Okay.
on the skirt.
All
The
right,
train
sorry
is
to yell.
impressive. Does it actually rotate? Does it go around?
Yes, yes. And actually, you put a little bit of water in there and it shoots steam out.
Holy shit, that's huge. Topper, good looking topper. You know how I am with when I look at someone, I immediately know how tall they are. Same thing applies to Christmas trees. I know a 6-footer when I see one, Randy. This is a 6-footer.
That's a 7-footer.
That is not a 7-footer.
It says on the box, but Brett gave it
Randy,
to me. I can ask
That
Brett
is not
right now.
7 feet tall.
Wow.
You cannot convince me.
Wow.
I can ask Brett right now. He's the one that gave it to me.
A tree
It's-
line about its height.
This is a 6-foot tree.
That's
probably
a
6'10".
7-foot tree.
It's 7
6'10".
with the topper on it because it's
Well,
so big. Maybe
yeah.
that's what it
Well, that's the topper also, as I gave you a close up here, it also projects onto the ceiling.
was. The topper part.
Wow.
Is the topper
Why are you
connected
adding
to
our
the
man
tree?
with that Wienermobile dog?
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Did you intentionally buy a Wienermobile ornament just so you could troll Dylan?
I might dock you a point for that. You
Wait,
fucker.
does Dylan not like the Wienermobile?
Well, I mean,
there's
being
a-
a hot
there's a-
dog himself,
I
he
thought-
actually loves the
Oh,
Wienermobile.
no,
I thought he
he's
was
not.
trolling me because of the spelling of my last name.
Randy, I am slightly concerned about the crack in your wall behind the tree. Is
Yeah.
there a foundation issue?
Oh, probably.
Okay. I just want you to check.
Actually,
on that.
yeah, we should talk to maintenance about it. It's not great.
Okay. Okay. I just don't think this is a 7-foot tree.
You want me to go ask Brett right now?
What? I don't know. Unless he has there's a picture of him holding a tape measure next, so I'm not going to believe
He
the word
gave
he
it to me.
says. I'm going to give this a 7.2.
7.2. He's giving me a 7.2.
So would
Yeah, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt that it's 7 feet, even though my eyes are telling me that it's not. If I find out you're lying, I'm going to take a full point away because 7 feet is the standard base height for an American Christmas tree.
7.2. I'll
well,
take a
luckily
7.2.
for you, Randy's box had 7 feet. I'm Team Randy here. I don't like that you're diminishing the size of
I
this tree.
literally just gave him the benefit of the doubt.
All right, Randy, tonight you need to take a photo next to the tree.
Yeah, I need for scale.
Can we
I
get
am 7 feet, so yes.
A door frame, a standard door frame. There's one in the background. Is I believe 6 feet 9 inches is a standard. This looks like it's hitting below that.
Uh-oh.
Well, hold on.
It's in the
That's
foreground.
the
No, Randy-
door frame.
Randy
There's a
balls
big gap,
illusion.
as you can see.
Randy balls. He gets those high ceilings in his crib, dude.
Yeah, this door frame is bigger than
No,
a
the
regular
door frame in the background. I'm not talking about that archway there. I'm talking about the actual door that you walk through and behind it.
I'll take
Anyway.
a 7.2. Thank you.
Yeah,
I haven't submitted mine this year.
I'm sorry, can we talk about the train again? There's a train in a circular track around the I've never seen this before. And is this really running on steam? Is it battery
No,
powered?
it's bad.
Like not an actual steam engine.
Is there a full steam engine in your home? That
Probably-
sounds like a fire hazard.
No, it runs on batteries, but there's like a little tank inside there. You put water in it, just immediately makes into water vapor, so it looks like steam.
That's
Which is a
awesome.
nice touch.
It's a very nice.
Only
touch.
like
Steam
$25 on Amazon. I'm gonna take it apart and repaint it so it looks like the Purdue train and put decals and stuff next year.
Okay.
That's good.
That's
That
such
is such a Randy task
that
on
is
his
so
radar.
Randy
You're
Cody.
the
Like,
only one doing that.
Yeah, no one's doing that.
oh, I might get a Boilermaker tomorrow at our cowboy themed party.
Oh,
Instead of getting wine, I might just be doing shot and a beer the entire
Can we
time.
order 4 Boilermakers?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna happen.
I've never had a Boilermaker.
They're fine.
Yeah, I don't.
That's good.
I hate to say this. This is gonna really expose me as not being a cowboy, but
no one's confusing you.
no,
with an
people
actual
think I'm a cowboy, dude. They all think it because I have cowboy boots now. But There's something about the juxtaposition between a shot of beer and a shot of whiskey and the taste of beer. It's that combination back to back is just not something I can handle very well.
For going to a school whose mascot is the Boilermakers, they weren't a big thing at our
That's
school,
insane.
which is
You
crazy.
guys should have just had one bar called Boilermaker, and it only serves Boilermakers.
Yeah.
The boys would be buzzing.
I do love a shot in a beer though. Not that I enjoy it, but if I see it on a menu, I order it.
Can we order hand-rolled cigarettes and you just smoke them in the private room?
Dude,
too?
bring back Lucille. What a special they had there. Like $10. Can I do a little story time, boys?
Yes.
I come to you with somewhat of a heavy heart.
That's why the people
Maybe
are
more of a
here.
concerned heart. A couple weeks ago, I told a story on this podcast, and I told it before on a Patreon episode about a gentleman in my neighborhood who drives around and feeds our invasive species, Egyptian geese, creamed corn. And this gentleman and I had a very tense exchange one time. If you want to go back and hear about this exchange, you can go to the previous episode where we talk about Egyptian geese. It's in the title of the episode. But I have an update. This morning, as I was getting Fritz ready to go to school, Sally asked me if I would go take our dog out. It was raining outside. I didn't really want to go outside at that moment, but, our dog needed to go out. So I
Sure.
took her out, took her down for a little walk down to the scene of the original crime, and everything was normal down there. If anything, it was a little abnormal down there because there's only one goose right now down there, which hopefully, I don't like to prey on the downfall of certain things, but hopefully the other goose is dead.
Sheesh.
That would be big for me. So I was walking up the little hill next to our place and turning the corner to go back in and get out of the rain. I hear this honking, not goose honking. It's coming from a car. And I'm very confused as to what's going on because it's an aggressive honk.
What would you think? What would you guess a goose honk sounded like?
That
That's Randy. Do you have a
was not my best.
honk?
Randy's was pretty good.
Well, that is good.
That is good. That's good, Randy.
have a goose
Micah,
call
do you have a
over
goose
there?
honk?
I don't.
Okay.
I have a bit of a head cold, and I don't want to
Okay.
embarraus myself.
I don't know. That
Fair
might
enough.
clear you
Have one,
out.
folks.
Subpar.
Honk it out, dude.
I do not.
And so usually there's a tense intersection near my place where people pull too far forward through the stop sign so they can look around and see if they can turn. And this often causes cars to honk at each other because people are like, "Get out of my way! You're in
Yeah.
the lane."
Got it.
And so hearing honking there was not something out of the norm. But when I turned and saw something happening, I was like, "Oh God, it's back." There are two Priuses at the stop sign. One of them's a black Prius in the front, and the other one is a white Prius in the back.
Did one of them have like I don't know a Rambler magnet on the side like it was sticking out?
I regret to inform everyone that one of them did, in fact, have a water bottle sticking out of the side driver's door,
Oh my
perpendicular, just sticking out
Psycho.
there.
God. This is the weirdest flex of all time.
The dude is honking on the horn, like at the car in front of him. And I think I don't know what's going on. He ends up like aggressively pulling around to the side of the other Prius and he starts doing hand motions at the guy. I can't tell if he's waving happily at the guy or if he's like yelling at him for something. But based on what I know about this psycho, I think he was giving this guy some grief.
He legitimately had the
Legitimately had the
So
water
it
bottle
wasn't-
not on the top of the car like he had it the first time. He was driving around with it on the side of the car like a turret aimed at people.
So the first time it wasn't just like a one-off, like, oh, look how quirky I can be. It's like this is actually who he is.
His personal brand is this pink water bottle sticking out of the side of his fucking
What is
Prius.
this? The weirdest flex of all
He's
time.
like he's got swangers.
It's so weird.
It's like, dude, we can all just go purchase a magnet. It's not like it's not that cool.
No. And like that should only be used in like worst case scenarios where like you need the magnet. It should not be like your entire brand of no, I'm the guy with the magnetic water bottle that sticks out the side of my car.
What a boner.
Again, it's raining. It's about 45 degrees out. And he turns toward my area. And I think to myself like, oh, this could be interesting. Well, his window was down and he had his arm hanging out the side of the window and he locks eyes with me. I lock eyes with
He
him.
remembers you.
Yeah. He remembers me. I lock eyes with him and I just watch him slowly drive by me and he and I are locked in the entire time.
Oh,
No breaking of it.
For how many seconds?
What it was probably all of 3 seconds, but it felt like an eternity.
Sure.
And so when you're locking eyes with someone that might just be like completely unhinged like this guy is.
That's my worry, Will. I
Dude,
don't want you to. Okay.
I know that's my worry too. I don't want to egg this guy on any more than he already is because he's already unhinged.
But I mean,
this is
you
like-
do keep that thing on you, though, right?
The blicky?
This guy seems like concealed carry kind of
Exactly.
person.
That's why I don't want to fuck
Or
with him.
non-concealed.
That's why I don't
Right.
want to fuck with him at this point. 'Cause, like,
Constitutional carry.
Yes.
so we're locking eyes, and then as one does, when he starts to get beyond like the radius that my neck can turn, I turn my head away from him. I wanted to know if he was still staring me down while I was walking in with my dog, and so I snap my neck around in a 360 motion and lock eyes with him again, and he just guns me down as he just goes down to the original area where we had our little tiff. So he's just staring at me the entirety of this time.
Okay.
I consider throwing a bird up.
I want you to be careful.
I consider it. I didn't do it because because I have these concerns about this guy. He ends up driving to the little roundabout at the boat launch, and I scurry through my complex and I go to this little viewpoint that you can see from our pool that is overlooking the entire boat launch.
Yeah.
He is just slowly going around there, looking around, and I think he's looking for the geese. That's all I can think of.
You think he was strapped with cans of cream corn?
I do think he was strapped with cans of creamed corn.
What? Okay, I'm going to get back to the original story,
Yes, yes.
which you shared with me earlier, and I'm sure most of the audience knows by now. But he had cans, like
Cans. Not only he didn't just have 2 cans of creamed
did he
corn.
have a can opener?
Yes, I
with
think
it?
he did. He had 4 total cans of creamed corn, and these things are opened up. They like there's no top on them. They're like opened up with the first time. They're opened up with like the tops flipped up on them, and he's just getting ready to go.
Okay.
So I assume that you don't. With this guy, all logic does go out the window. So like it's possible he's driving around with open cans of creamed corn, but I also think it's very plausible that he just has a can opener. And so who knows?
Right.
And so I watch him kind of going around, and I'm like, oh man, like this guy's either looking for geese or he's looking for me. And so I consider going back out and seeing if he says anything to me, but instead I go back in and I see him loop around, and I'm just peering out of the open doorway that goes out of our place.
Okay.
And I see what I just don't want to see. I see him driving back, and he's just slinking by our place, and he's just looking.
For you?
He's just gazing around, looking in. My heart was racing at this moment. Like, I don't know what to do. And I was just totally freaked out. I walk upstairs and I'm like, Sally, he's back and he's ready for action. And I don't know what to do now.
He's looking for trouble.
He is looking for trouble. And now now that he's like back at the top of my inbox, I just don't even know what to do.
No words were exchanged.
No
correct?
words exchanged. He said everything he needed to with those eyes, man.
All right.
Icy glare.
Good news is, like, hopefully it's okay to say you're probably moving soon, correct?
Yes. So
Like very soon.
hopefully very, very soon.
Okay. You need to just keep this guy, stay off of his radar, man, because this guy might be like
I know.
an actual lunatic.
I need straight up avoidance tactics at this
You
point.
do.
Like-
Just avoid the eye contact.
Dude, it's hard when they're
I
staring
get it.
you down.
Dude, I don't trust this dude, man.
I don't trust him either. Dylan.
I don't like it.
Like, yeah, the fact that we're moving soon makes me very happy because one, I don't have to deal with these geese anymore, and I don't need to worry about this guy anymore. But like now for the next couple weeks, I'm just going to be rolling around. Like this probably isn't a great time to say this. If anyone's looking to rent a 3-bedroom condominium in a nice area of Austin, Texas, hit your boy up because I'm currently looking for someone to fill the spot. But if you don't want to deal with the psycho of a goose guy, just know if you move in, you're going to have to avoid this guy. It's just not something you want to deal
I
with.
don't like that he knows you live there.
I don't
Which
either.
I guess he already kind of assumed that. Since
What do I do now?
avoid.
Do I need a disguise?
No, you just need to avoid him.
I think I need a disguise. Like I might have to walk around. I might have to walk around with my poker from my fire kit.
This dude has nothing better
Yeah,
to
but
do.
what about Rosie? Like, if you just wore a mask and you're still walking the same dog, he's gonna know it's you.
So you're telling me
don't let her out on the balcony. He might be able to find out. Just be like, oh,
I don't know, man. I want you to avoid the guy. No eye contact. Just go about your business as if he's not there.
I think that's my only move. I feel like I'm in an episode of Curb or something, dude. Like
People like this you read about in the newspaper, It's like, it's not good.
the look he was giving me is the same look that Larry David gives people when he's staring them down.
Okay, well, that would make me laugh.
And it's just a concerning, it's just a concerning environment.
Larry David's great at that. Yeah, man. I don't know. This is just really odd behavior. Really odd behavior.
I will update people as needed, but please know that I will be trying to. If I can't say that I will try to kill him with kindness, but I will be trying to avoid any chippiness between he and I for the next duration.
All contact.
Yeah.
You don't try and kill him with anything.
Yeah. So I'll keep everybody updated. It's really fun.
That is bizarre.
Yeah.
If I had any advice for this guy, it's get out of that Prius and slide into an Alfa Romeo Tonale. Like that's the only way he can get his drip up at this point.
Will a magnet stick to the outside of an Alfa Romeo as well?
Based on what I know about the craftsmanship of Alfa Romeo Tonales, I would say that they can really handle anything.
That's a good point.
These things are all new. They're loaded with tech. They got that large touchscreen. They got the safety tech, automatic emergency braking. I mean, Brett even drove one the other day from Las Vegas to Los Angeles that had the highway assist, which is just a beautiful thing to have.
For me, though, it's that Italian craftsmanship inside and out.
Ah, va bene.
See?
You a big Tommy DeVito guy too?
Prego.
Not particularly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just his agent.
He almost certainly drives an Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, it's so swag. Like I said, the Italian exterior and interior, they're just beautiful. And it's got that plug-in hybrid technology, baby. Freedom to choose between gas or electric. It's got all the range. Learn more about Alfa Romeo Tonales at alfaromeousa.com. Again, that's Alfa Romeo Tonales at alfaromeousa.com.
Will, I think you forgot the promo code.
There's no promo code.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But I mean,
you know, if you go to the website, you could probably use promo code WASH.
Tell them the circling back boy. Tell them the circling back boy sent you, and there's like at the dealership, and they're probably a backer, and they'll probably set you up. Who knows?
Micah, once a producer, always a producer, man. You were quick on that.
Oh, what's that? Are we doing a little space bar? Are you kidding me?
Ooh. This is an exciting one. Which episode was it recently? Was it this week? We talked about astronaut food?
It wasn't this week. It couldn't have been this
Last
week.
week.
That would have been a quick
It was
turnaround.
last week, yeah.
We talked about astronaut. Oh, during the space bar segment, we talked about astronaut food.
I have never had astronaut food, so I'm very excited about what's about to happen.
I had astronaut food in, I don't know, second grade. They brought it to school, something like that. It was definitely elementary school.
I remember in elementary school, there was a class that was in our like hallway, and they had astronaut food from one of the teachers that brought it in. And I remember being like, that is the coolest thing of all time. Why do we not get to try this in our classroom?
Well, today, my friend, is your lucky day because you're going to try astronaut food.
Okay, you keep saying astronaut food. Is this astronaut ice cream?
It's astronaut ice cream and apple wedges.
Wow.
Because
I believe I've had astronaut ice cream at least 30 years ago.
So listener Victoria was kind enough to mail this to us, and it arrived this morning just in time for this recording. So we're gonna have some today.
Shouts to Vicky.
It's just dehydrated ice cream is what it is.
I don't understand how you can dehydrate an ice cream.
You just don't let it drink water for an extended period of time.
You get it really hammered the night before.
Yeah. Okay. This is real. This is from the package. This is real ice cream. We take the ice cream you know and love with the power of freeze drying, create a yummy new snack, frozen in time yet not frozen in temperature. When you remove the water from ice cream, what do you have? A delicious, crunchy yet creamy sweetness that melts in your mouth, sandwiched between two chocolatey wafer cookies. We have cookies and cream and Neapolitan.
Oh,
and then of course we're going to hit you with some apple wedges to top it all off.
I'm excited about those.
So I'm just gonna dig in right now.
So you don't have to do anything to this.
No.
I always assumed they had to like put it in water or something.
Water's
or
a no-go up there. That's
I
the whole
know,
thing.
dude. I know. You know I'm not a man in STEM. I don't know this shit. How do they get hydrated up there if there's no water?
I'm sure they have.
They
water.
drink it through like pouches and shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do they have?
This looks like
do they
an
have
ice cream
magnetic
sandwich.
water bottles that stick on the side of the space station?
They have to, otherwise we'll be floating all around.
Yeah, here, just take a chunk.
I mean, these look pretty freaking good. I thought this was going to look like something weird.
I'm trying to save some for YouTube, Randy.
Thank you.
I'm not in front of a microphone.
No, dude, screw Randy.
Oh no, I want some, Will. I've been also getting served a lot of dehydrated, freeze-dried candy on TikTok. Have you been getting these?
No.
Like people like freeze-dry Skittles. It's on the TikTok shop.
That sounds mental.
I had a friend. One of my buddy's moms back in the day used to put the gummy bears in the refrigerator, and I always thought that was a nice sensation. It would start cold and a little tougher, and then it would get really really nice.
Take these little pieces.
Okay. That's I'm just here for the flavor. That's fine.
I thought that astronaut food was supposed to be like non-crumbly.
I kind of remember my astronaut ice cream experience being extremely crumbly previously.
I mean, can you imagine being an astronaut and having to clean up all the crumbs when you're just trying to like do space shit?
That's what I'm saying. Like
the crumbs are just floating
they just
around
float
everywhere.
You
Yeah,
don't
that'd be
want that.
annoying. How is it?
It's really good.
It's
All right,
delicious.
I'm trying my first ever astronaut food.
Oh shit! I just got crumbs all fucking over me. This is a disaster.
They should sell these at like convenience stores for people who don't want to like get an ice cream sandwich and have it melt all over their car.
You won't believe the mess I just made over here.
Why can't we give these to
Then
our
you
kids
just get
in the
the
car?
crumbs all over your car.
Yeah, but the crumbs are easier to clean up than like the
You can
sticky
vacuum
ice
them
cream
up,
stuff. I might just start serving this stuff to Fritz. This shit's dank.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
I want one of these apple
Shouts
peels,
to
dude.
Victoria.
Told y'all, a huge mess.
That's fine, dude. You're the vacuum king of wash media.
That's true. I am. That stuff's good, man. I forgot how good that is.
Bust these
delicious.
apples open and toss them out.
All right.
I got to try an apple slice now. So they're just taking the regular food and dehydrating it somehow?
I guess.
I don't understand how this works.
Well, it's freeze dried. Obviously.
Can you freeze dry anything? I have nipples. Can you freeze dry me?
You can freeze dry Skittles, as I said. It's weird. They pop. One. Oh, is this apple slices? Oh. And
Oh,
Will?
God. Apple slices, it just tastes like it's dehydrated apple, which I guess is exactly what it is. Like, these are fine. I'm going ice cream sandwich every single time, though.
No, I don't know. This apple is amazing.
We'll give this to Randy, is that all right?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
fun.
thank you.
Got a little hint of cinnamon in it.
I think if I'm up in space and I want something sweet, I'm going for the dehydrated apple.
My second bite of
yeah.
dehydrated apple was way better than my first bite of dehydrated apple. I got way more
Oh,
cinnamon.
shit. Yeah, that's good.
I feel like we could put these in like cocktails or something.
These are gas.
Where do you stand right now in dehydrated like limes and stuff in cocktails, Micah?
It seems like a good idea. As someone who has a 6-month-old, I haven't been frequenting cocktail bars recently, so I can't speak to that.
But based
I
on
see it on Instagram, and it seems to be a wonderful thing.
for me, you're probably the most up to date on any Austin food goings ons just from Instagram. Anytime I see a post where I'm like, oh, Micah would like this, you've already liked it and maybe even shared it with me at this point.
I like supporting local businesses.
Micah, if someone wanted to make like, I don't know, an old fashioned, is there a video tutorial you can point to show us how to do it?
Happy holidays.
What's Micah's official cocktail of the holiday season this year?
Oh man, it's a good question, and you can find that old fashioned video, by the way, at Micah Wiener on Instagram, MICAHWIENER. Thank you, Randy. It's a great question, Will. This is also one of the challenges I have. I will be in New York for 3 weeks over the Christmas holiday with my wife and child and her family, and they're not really drinkers. Like
Show them what's up, dude.
my father-in-law drinks beer, or my brother-in-law, I should say, will drink some beers. But like, they're never like, hey man, let me make you one of these, or do you want to go to this cocktail bar? I'm sure we'll have one in the city.
Were they not in frats? I don't get it.
I think they're NF.
Jeez.
Yeah, GDIs.
Doesn't compute with me. I don't get it, but whatever.
Man, the thing is, I'm seeing a lot of like winter rum drinks.
I think rum's about to be having a
And
moment.
I never keep rum in my house.
Daddy loves rum.
I think we're in
I know,
we're in a pre-rum phase right now, where like the real ones are starting to drink that nice rum and those nice rum drinks. And I think next year at this time, like rum's just going to be everywhere.
Pre-rum?
I get
Pre-rum.
that feeling. And so I often share these recipes with Will because I know you keep that rum in your liquor pantry.
She likes a rum cocktail.
I like dark rum. Love it.
Spiced?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
Like I know
Shit
this
out
isn't
my
some
face.
crazy thing, but like Myers Dark Rum can make a great cocktail.
Myers Dark is my favorite. That's my rum up choice. For
Okay.
sure.
Noted.
Micah,
Well, I mean, maybe we'll find one.
you're a New Orleans boy.
Sure.
How do you feel about the Vucare?
I hate to say I'm unfamiliar.
Oh, I thought you would absolutely know what this is.
What is it?
These things have been following me around lately. I had no clue it was a classic New Orleans cocktail. And I saw one on a menu recently, and I pointed at it to the waiter and said, "I don't know how to say this." And he was like, "Oh, that's a classic cocktail from New Orleans." And I was like, "Oh, well, I'll go fuck myself."
What's in it?
Rye, some sweet vermouth, and then something else. It's almost like a different variation of like a Manhattan. But ever since I've seen it the one time on the menu, I've been seeing it on all these other menus, and now I'm kind of super into them. Obviously, the Nola nod feels good too.
Can you spell this for me?
VIEUX space CARRE with a apostrophe on top of that E.
It's a sick name.
Can you give us a dramatic reading of what's in this cocktail, Micah, after you get through the
I'm
life story of the
I'm
bartender?
on one of these websites where you have to scroll down and close 5 different pre-roll
They
ads.
tell you the life story about how they first discovered this drink.
This is from liquor.com, which is equally terrible.
How do you spell it?
good,
New
dude.
Orleans has played a significant role in cocktail culture over the past century plus. Did you guys
we
know
don't
that?
care about
What's
that
the most
part.
famous New Orleans cocktail?
The hand grenade.
Well,
It's not a hand grenade.
I mean, that may be the answer. It's
It's unfortunately in the running.
Or a hurricane.
the Sazerac is or the hurricane, I suppose.
I can't do Sazeracs.
So this recipe calls for 3/4 ounce rye, 3/4 ounce cognac, 3/4 ounce sweet vermouth, and 2 teaspoons Benedictine liqueur, and 4 dashes of pimento aromatic bitters, garnished with a cherry.
I was hoping there was going to be a word in there that gave you an opportunity to use like a sick accent or something, but kind of came up empty.
They probably drink these in the French noir films that you frequented back in the day, though.
My wife did call me out. We went to a Mexican restaurant this weekend, and I ordered guacamole.
Of course you did.
And the enchiladas, and she was like, "Why did you say it like that?" I'm like, "That's how you say it."
Facts.
I guess I had never done that in front of her before, but
How is
like,
that possible?
Have the michelada, please.
Done in front of us 1,000 times.
I don't know. Maybe she just never noticed.
So it's evident that the Bucky's Bandit never listened to Touching Base.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
How do you actually at a restaurant? We're not trying to impress people. How do you actually say guacamole?
Well, actually, Caitlin ordered the guacamole.
Do you say wok or guac?
I would say guac
Right.
or guacamole if I didn't want to be too over the top.
Yeah.
But no, I ordered enchiladas and actually I ordered a michelada.
Okay.
A michelada.
A michelada with the enchilada.
Michelada.
Delicious version. Anyway, yeah, I
She
would
was like,
drink
"What the
whatever
fuck
this
was
drink
that?"
is, Will.
Would you entertain one? It's
I
got a
would
lot.
entertain
I'll try one.
It maybe has too many ingredients to make at home. Like
It's a
this
lot.
is an at the bar specialty cocktail menu only kind of.
I
John.
don't keep cognac in my liquor cabinet, and I don't even know what Benedictine liqueur is. So yeah, this is one. So I think if I see this on a cocktail menu, I'd order it.
Okay. I'm just putting it on the radar out there for all the backers. I'm very scared that I'm not saying vous querez well enough for anybody out there.
I'll ping Dr. Mark Allen on this one.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
That dude's at Galatoire's every other week.
Yeah, he's having a lot of fun. He's got a good thing going.
Good
I have
for
a
him.
situation where someone in my life is having lunch at Galatoire's for something, and they're doing it on Saturday. And I've been trying to tell them that
No,
they
that's a
absolutely need to
mistake.
pivot to Friday. I'm like, no. You go Friday. Like, that's why.
Wait, why?
Because Friday's when everyone turns up.
Yeah, the Friday lunch is the.
Oh, that's the time to
thing,
go.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I
Mhm.
thought
The
it was
last
like that
time
all
Mark
the time.
Allen went there, Tom Hanks was at the table next to him.
He showed me.
Yeah.
I know.
Did he
Oh,
ask?
oh,
Did he
good. He
ask
shared that
Tom
with
to
you too.
FaceTime chat with him?
You know what? I don't believe he did.
Do you think Tom even has Chet's number right now?
I don't think they FaceTime.
Did you see Chet dropped a new banger on the timeline?
Did he use a Jamaican accent?
No, he's on his acoustic grind.
Oh, really? He
Yeah,
pivoted.
someone called him the working man's John Mayer.
That's good.
It's not
That's
the
good.
best song, but like it wasn't the worst song.
Okay.
It's better than I could do.
Okay.
The working man.
It would be
Okay.
really nice to be Chet Hanks and just really have nothing you need to worry about. So you just sit around, just okay, I'm gonna get into reggaeton right now. All right, I'm gonna switch gears and get acoustic.
I always forget that he was in an episode of Curb until
Chet was?
yeah.
Which episode?
Oh my gosh, you have to look it up. He played. He was a in the military.
Yes. Okay. And he did.
And everyone said, "Oh, thank you for your being introduced to him. Emma, thank you for your service.
that's
thank you
Chet
for your
Hanks?
service.
Oh,
Thank you for your service."
that's a
And
great
Larry said,
episode.
"Nice to meet you." Everyone like looked at him like, "Dude, you didn't say it," and it became a thing. And
Yep.
now Larry David does it.
I'm excited for the new season that's coming up.
Oh yeah, for
February.
sure.
February next
Very
year.
exciting. Maybe we should find a Larry David themed frozen drink and have a watch party.
I don't hate that.
I mean, he was spotted. I have a theory that this might be in the new season that's coming up, but he was spotted drinking espresso martinis with Timothy Chalamet outside at a bar in New York.
Really?
I'm going to assume that they're not just boys and hanging out. I'm going to assume that this might have been like a taping of something.
It's easy to know because there'd be cameras around.
Well, there was a camera. I took a photo of them sitting there.
They're
So-
video cameras.
Dylan, do you have plans for the UT semifinal football game and or national championship game?
I do not have plans yet for the Sugar Bowl. However, if Texas were to win that game and play in the national championship, I might have a lead on some ticks.
Oh, because that game would be in Houston.
That game would be in H-Town. Yeah, our good friend of the show, Mike Eisenhower, has he has an in, and he asked me if I want a ticket. And I said, I think you know the answer to that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Wow.
hit him with a voice note back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Make a goose noise.
but for the Sugar Bowl, I don't know yet. I'm
A
open
goose
to
honk.
I'm open to firing up your margarita machine and letting it rip a little bit.
Well, I won't be here, but
Well, okay.
you
That's
know,
all right.
if it's also Will's margarita machine. So if
It's true.
That is facts.
Exciting time though.
I'm sure it is,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it is.
What bowl did Mizzou make?
We were playing in the Cotton Bowl, New Year's 6.
Damn, y'all are.
Ohio State's in big trouble.
Will you be
baby.
celebrating Flipmas this year?
Oh, we're already celebrating.
Really?
Yes, we flipped a Colorado commit this week,
Wow.
and Drinkwitz took a photo wearing the Dion blockers, with the kid, which
Okay.
is just
You know what?
he's such a nerd, but he's our nerd. So shouts to the people listening to that niche
little
college football
gamesmanship
reference
there.
there.
I enjoy that. That's cool.
Yeah, things are going great.
I thought we were just going to sit around on Christmas, listen to Lil Flip or something.
We can do that if you
Game
want.
over.
I don't know. I'm not too familiar with his catalog, but I'm willing. I'm willing.
You know, my favorite thing about Lil Flip is he had a couple of pop hits at one point. I think one called Sunshine, and like he went national for a minute there. And I was watching. He was doing a MTV Making the Video show, as you guys recall. I know Will's
Rest in peace.
an avid watcher, and he was on the beach, and he's with money and doing the thing. And some guy, obviously a frat guy, maybe one of Dylan's fraternity brothers, came up to him and was like, "What's up, Flip?" And he's like, "Yeah, hey man, I'm shooting a video." He's like, "Oh, what song?" He goes, "Sunshine." He goes, "Oh yeah, I just buy the mixtapes." He's like, "I just went platinum." He's like, "Yeah, I don't buy your actual album. I'm only on that mixtape grind," which I know Dylan keeps his ear to the street.
Absolutely, I do.
You were on Big Tex, Big X the Plug. Is that the guy's name?
Yeah, I was on him.
Yeah,
From jump.
real early.
Yeah. Big John from Texas.
Really? I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big X.
Yeah. You went to high school here and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've lived here your entire life.
He's a big man.
Randy, we have a story that's very in your world.
Yes, I also to start this off, just let people know I have 40% off at Kohl's right now, so
Do
big
you want to
deal.
link with a player and we can go take a walkthrough?
we can do that. Yeah,
Okay. Well, what if I told you that in Parker, Colorado, 2 men were convicted of felony theft for stealing more than $2,000 worth of merchandise from a Parker Kohl's store, and they argued in court for a lesser charge because the items were on sale and they had coupons.
Wait, this is Colorado.
This is the most
that's a very Midwestern thing.
this is such a Kohl's robbery because they're like, no, we had coupons, dude. Like
This is incredible.
You can't charge us for the full price. We had fucking coupons, my man.
Yeah, give me 40% off of my
Shit was on
sentence
sale.
because I
Mhm.
had coupons in my pocket.
It's a valid thing.
If-
Like,
if
why
I-
are we going MSRP if they're not selling it for that?
If I'm his lawyer, I'm leaning into this argument. Like, hold on now. Let's take a beat. This shit was on sale. Not a big deal.
Randy, have you spent any time in Parker, Colorado in the last month or so?
I don't think I've ever been in Colorado. So
Okay.
no.
Okay. The two men were dubbed the KitchenAid Mixer Crew because of the high-end KitchenAid appliances that they stole, in addition to the brand name shoes and clothing. That's not really a hard name for the crew. What's up? We're the KitchenAid Mixer Crew.
KitchenAid Crew
that's
with
very
a
soft.
K isn't too bad though.
KitchenAid Crew. You're right.
That's okay. KitchenAid Mixer Crew is kind of nerdy.
In Colorado, theft under $2,000 is a misdemeanor offense, but the documented value of the item stolen was $2,094.98, making it a felony.
It makes it a big. It's a big
It's
deal.
a big
then.
difference,
to get
yeah.
under the 2K threshold, like it lessens the sentence or punishment.
If
whatever
you're
it
on
might
the
be.
jury, are you kind of nodding along? Like I
what?
kind of get it.
They kind of bring up a good point.
Hold on a second. Let me pull my Kohl's app and see if my 40% gets me off of KitchenAid appliances.
Oh, this is not a
is-
technicality. This is a real concern.
We'll see here.
It says the district attorney said just because an item is on sale doesn't mean that it's free to steal, and these defendants now get to think this lesson through
point.
jail and prison.
Good counterpoint. Hold on now. You still have to pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, I am not an attorney, but I would think this would be a pretty easy case to make.
You still have to pay for it, dog. It's not
not free
It's
to
not 100% off.
Yeah, but if you was going to pay for it and you had the coupons, then you just sit there with the coupons.
Randy, these are your people, man.
I mean, they're not my people. I pay with Kohl's cash.
Okay, fair enough.
Not my kingdom. Kirk Cousins. And I've seen the Kirk Cousins Kohl's trade. Yes, people.
How many people sent you the Kirk Cousins Kohl's necklace?
No less than 15, no more than 50. But a lot. I'm trying to even see if you can get coupons off for KitchenAid. You might not do. They might not have a case here.
Oh, no.
Your coupons don't like.
It's like two brand name?
Like, yeah, Levi's and like Nike and all this stuff, the coupons usually apply for. So KitchenAid, like my Ninja blender was off, but I don't know about KitchenAid. I'll
yeah,
let you know.
it's-
apply.
Not to rain on your Ninja's parade, but yeah, Ninja doesn't have the staying power that KitchenAid does.
Ooh, so I could get free shipping for that, but this offer does not apply to items in your cart. So yeah, I don't think they got a case here.
That's tough. That's tough.
That's hard.
Well, and they said the other stuff they stole too is like nice like designer shoes and stuff. So this might be a tough road for the KitchenAid crew.
Yeah, the Kohl's coupons do not get off on that stuff. So sorry, jail.
I'm glad we had boots
You're
on
a
the ground
felon
here.
now, both of you.
I'm still. If I was on the
never
jury,
vote
if I was
again.
on the jury, I think I'm gonna go with the discount argument though. I think I'm gonna try to help these guys out a little bit. This is a creative way to get out of a significant amount of jail time, about 90 days and 18 months probation.
Well, there's
yeah.
a big difference between being a convicted felon and not being a convicted felon.
That's
a game
true.
changer.
It's true. How does it work when you are? If you have 18 months probation for stealing stuff, do you just show up to your probation officer and they're like, "Did you steal anything this week?" No. Okay.
I don't know.
Head out.
My dad used to be a probation officer way back in the day.
Really?
I don't really talk to him about it much.
We should have him on the pod.
Yeah, sure. He would come in handy for situations just like the one we're talking about right now.
Yeah, like the fact that we have like the Kohl's guy that could have helped us out with this, like we they don't let them listen to this podcast because they are not going to be happy that Randy's poking holes in their defense right now.
Maybe I'm the Kohl's lawyer now.
Yeah, you do need to protect the brand.
Will and I got shooters out here. Just coming. Our ops hate us right now.
Dude, our ops are at an all-time high right now.
Don't have shooters out here.
Yes, we do, dude.
People are gunning for us, man.
Yeah, dude.
No one's gunning for you.
It's hot in the streets right now.
The KitchenAid mixer crew is gonna come knocking on my door.
They're the new sticky bandits. Were you guys sticky bandits guys or wet bandits guys?
I was always a wet bandit boy.
What? I thought they were the sticky wet bandits.
Well, the wet bandits were in Home Alone 1 because they would they would plug
Right.
people's sinks and then
Of
turn on
course.
the sinks, which was really fucked up. And then
That was fucked
the
up.
sticky bandits, they just go by the donation things going into stores and they just put their sticky hand in and take it out.
It's bad enough that you're robbing this family around Christmas time, then you're gonna like flood their house. What's wrong with you?
That's hands down the worst part of what they were
What's
doing.
wrong with you?
I'd much rather get robbed than have my house flooded over the holidays.
Yeah, like oh fuck.
I mean, but it is pretty cool to have a signature thing when you commit a bunch of crimes.
What would
Yeah.
yours be?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me think on
you
that.
like smear boogers against the wall or something on your way
The
out.
Booger Man.
The Booger Man.
I don't think that's what I would choose, but
I would hope not.
I mean,
pretty
now
sorry.
now with DNA evidence, I'm sure. I don't want to get into it, but
Yeah, you wouldn't have to get into it.
my friend Coach Bobby, who's not a fan of Dylan's, and Dylan isn't a fan of, he bears a striking resemblance to Marv from Home Alone. and we always just refer to him as a sticky wet bandit. But I did not put together that they're wet bandits in one movie and sticky bandits in the other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's some nuances to Home Alone, Micah. Have you had any Christmas movies in your rotation this year?
No.
You're just not. Yeah, you're a noted not Christmas guy because you're famously Jewish.
Half Jewish, yeah. We had a
round up.
nice Hanukkah celebration last weekend. I made some short ribs and it was lovely. Had a great time.
Are there any good French noir Christmas films?
Not that I've been into. I have been listening to a lot of Christmas music recently, though.
Really?
Yeah, a big promotion of the Norah Jones Christmas album.
I don't think she needs that promotion, dude.
Well, I'm
She's
just
got
telling
that
you.
gas at all
And
times.
she's got 2 new Christmas songs out with some new artists. What's her name?
Last Christmas.
No. We're good.
Gave you my heart.
Stop.
There's some new musician named Laffy. I guess it rhymes with Rafi, but it's not. It's a Icelandic singer-songwriter. And they have a couple new songs out. And for Christmas, they're quite good.
I love Icelandic holiday music. It's just my thing.
Yeah,
It's kind of my thing too now.
Hey, are you guys trying to cross anything off your holiday to-do list? Like maybe a little grocery shopping, preparation, stuff like that? Get every plate and take back your time with fewer trips to the grocery store and meals ready in 6 simple steps. Let me implore you right now, okay? You can even save more time with their quick and easy recipes, including easy cleanup options that are ready in 30 minutes or less. They plan the meals out and pre-portioned ingredients right to your door so you can spend less time meal prepping and more time resting and relaxing over the holidays. We love every plate. We truly love it. When it arrives at the crib, the boys are buzzing. Right now, they got the jam-packed holiday season underway, and you can count on every plate to make mealtimes easier without compromising on quality. Every plate recipes include only the highest quality ingredients, including sustainably sourced seafood that meets the Monterey Bay Aquarium seafood rankings, so you know your meals will be fresh and flavorful. Because you know I'm on that pesco grind every once in a while still.
I have really enjoyed my every plate deliveries. Parks also has become a big fan.
Can I read you up right now on some of the things in their rotation?
Please do.
How about some crispy buffalo ranch chicken? What if I said some barbecue pineapple pork bowls?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I haven't
Tomato and
tried
pork
that
sausage linguine. We even got some black bean and pepper jack tostadas. Or, let me know if this tickles your fancy, Dylan, steak frites.
one. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck on that pork bowl you talked about.
I know. I actually had the pork bowl recently. Delightful.
Mm.
Right now, get a meal for $1.49 plus $1 steaks for life by going to everyplate.com/podcast.
Did you say $1 steaks for life?
For life. But if you go to everyplate.com/podcast and enter code 49STEAM, your subscription must be active to qualify and redeem $1 steaks. You can get started at Everyplate for just $1.49 per meal plus the $1 steaks for life by going to everyplate.com/podcast and entering code STEAM. Subscription must be active to qualify and redeem $1 steak. That's an up to $110 value. Again, go to everyplate.com/podcast and enter code 49STEAM. Yeah, Micah's signing up right now, baby. That's a live conversion.
Wow, dude.
No one's doing live conversions like we are.
You don't see that anywhere. That's crazy.
You guys familiar with
this is crazy.
Yeah, sign up, Micah. Sign up.
What are you waiting for, bitch?
I'm okay.
So
My first box total just went from $71 to $21
And 48 cents.
and 48 cents.
Love it.
Wow.
You guys familiar with the brand Hermes?
I thought it was Hermes.
I don't know how to say it. Hermes.
Hermes.
It's a brand that we largely can't afford in this room.
Probably never will.
Yeah. I once forgot a tie going to a wedding, and someone offered to let me borrow their tie for the wedding. They brought numerous ties, and they handed me an Hermes tie, and I simply handed it back and said, "I cannot wear this to this wedding. I will simply ruin it, and I can't afford to pay for a new one."
I'm gonna price out a handbag real quick.
Okay. Well, that's their most expensive stuff for the
Is
gentleman.
it?
For the
Okay.
gentleman in the room, like, let's say if you want an Hermes tie, let's see what you're going to pay here. Let me click onto the website. They are very high quality. I think it's a French brand. They've got several nice silks, but a tie is going to cost you about $240. That's a tie. That's more than your Vineyard Vines is going to cost you. But as you would guess, in the Hermes family, they've got some money to deal with here. I think I read that the most recent valuation of Hermes is about $220 billion in terms of the company overall.
That's a lot of bills.
Yeah, it's called Poosh, I guess. And there's an 80-year-old billionaire named Nicholas Poosh who is involved in this, and he's got a bit of a bag that he is going to let people inherit. But instead of letting his family inherit it, he's giving it all to his gardener. 51. He's a 51-year-old, and he's going to give about either between 10.3 billion or 11.4 billion dollars to his gardener.
Does he have children?
I don't know if he has children. He's unmarried without children, and he plans to designate his former gardener and handyman from a modest Moroccan family as his rightful heir, as reported by the Swiss publication Tribune de Geneviève.
Can you imagine, like working your ass off for all those years? And if you work for this guy, you probably make a good living, right? He probably treats you quite well. And then one day he's like, by the way, you never have to worry about work ever again. You can buy literally whatever you want. Not only that, but generations to come in your family, they're also taken care of.
You're just a gardener.
Well, he's also saying after I die.
Right.
I guess he's still working until I die. I'd be like, that's awesome, man. Can I quit?
Also, can you break me off like one bill now and
Yeah.
then the rest when you're dead?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
I appreciate what you're doing here, but like, man, my back hurts. Do I have to keep pulling the weeds until you die? I don't want to root for your death, but
I'm old.
By the
that's
way,
kind of the position you're putting me in.
I'm seeing handbags as inexpensive. This is Hermes, by the way, as like $3,000 or $4,000, upwards of like $100,000 per bag.
It's very difficult to acquire some of these handbags.
Some of them are extremely plain looking, and they're $27,500.
In order to even get on the list of people to even be allowed to purchase one, you have to have a very proven history of buying all their old stuff and other
Really?
things before they even offer you one. And when they actually offer you one, you don't even get to choose what type it is. It's just like, here, you can have this one for purchase.
This one, pretty basic looking purse,
Yeah.
27 grand.
I mean, that's a vehicle.
Yeah.
That's a Ford Focus.
Yeah.
I think. Micah's a Ford Focus guy. How's the Ford Focus do?
Do they do layaway, you think?
I haven't owned a Ford Focus in many years. Well,
When you turned it in, did it have a Bucky sticker on the booty of that thing?
Or truck nuts?
I thought it was a Ford Fiesta.
it was nice. Well, I mean, it was a Focus. I don't recall. I don't recall.
Okay. Okay.
I'll ask a question everyone's wondering. Was he smashing this gardener? Unmarried, no kids? Like, were they just low-key smashing at this this guy's like property?
On the low?
Yeah. And then he's like, you know what? I'm going to give it to my my longtime gardener lover. I think this is a feasible angle at this. No judgment.
No,
Right.
absolutely. Of course,
They're
that's
not on the
possible.
low anymore.
No? Because I don't think you just give it to the gardener.
They had a close relationship, no doubt. How close? It's hard to say.
Okay. Dylan, I'm seeing something new on the rundown here. Do you want to talk to me?
Yeah, I have a slight ethical dilemma that I want to run by you guys. I want to see. Let's play a little like what would you do situation.
What would you?
So I recently acquired some new shoes. I even wrote about them. I love them. I wrote about them in the newsletter in Watch Weekly recently. They're Nike Dunk Lows, great shoes. So I ordered a pair. They got stuck in the mail. They got stuck like out for delivery in LA for some reason for like 20 days.
Maybe that was the traffic on the 405.
So I reached out to Goat, the website where I bought the shoes. I said, hey, my package is stuck. I've already ordered a replacement from a different website. Would you mind just refunding me because this package is clearly not showing up? They said, let me look into it. Got back to me a day later. They said, we confirmed that the package it's lost. Here's your money back. My shoes replacement shoes showed up. Great, been wearing them. Yesterday, the original package showed up. So I have two pairs of shoes, one of them brand new, and I've been refunded for those shoes. So two pairs, paid for one. What would you do?
Free shoes, player.
Free shoes?
Here's the
I got
thing.
backups.
Here's the thing.
Are they the same color?
Same color.
exact shoe?
And
Okay.
they're probably my favorite shoes I've purchased in a very long time.
I'm going to tell you to keep the shoes. I once ordered a pair of shoes from Goat. And I know, I should have just read the return policy. I should have read everything. I didn't read any of it. I was a little buzzed when I bought the shoes, which is why I had the confidence to get the shoes that I got. And they didn't ship for a while because I think they had to get inspected and do the whole thing. But I got a shipping notification right before I was leaving town for a little bit. The shoes arrived, and I did not get to open the shoes for about 4 days after the shoes had arrived. And when I went to go return them because they didn't fit, because I bought them in a women's size, not a men's size, idiot. I saw that the return policy was about 3 days that I had in order to flip these things around. And being out of town and getting them while I was out of town, that time just went away as I was gone. And I got stuck with a pair of shoes from Goat. And so I will never buy anything from them ever again because it was just simply too fast of a timeline for me.
As retribution for your situation, I should keep these free pair of shoes. Okay.
And as we had a StockX sponsorship for a little bit, like I think if we're gonna go with one of those sites, I'm going StockX.
That was a great plug that we had.
They told us we had like what $300 to spend on a pair of sneakers.
Like, yeah, I was like, I found the ones I really like for like 100. What do I do with the other 200?
I bought a pair of Yeezy Wave Runners while a little buzzed at a Grand X tailgate. Outside of the UT football game.
You did get the Wave Runners.
I was very happy. I've worn them exactly 2 times.
They said that they make your feet hot.
They're very bulky, and the tongues are so big. I haven't put them on in a while. I'm mainly hoping that, like, I don't know. It's hard to wear Kanye shoes at this point in life.
Yeah,
you're still wearing your Yeezums all the time.
Yeah, I'll step out in the Yeezums. I don't even care.
Micah, you're still wearing your Yeezums all the time, correct?
Nope, not me. Yeah, Dylan. Here's the thing. Ideally, you'd find someone to gift those shoes to, and give them away as a Christmas gift. But it's not that easy to find somebody that has the same shoe size as you, even though you're
and the same taste.
And the same taste.
What size shoe are you?
In sneakers, I'm 11.5.
In a Nike?
In a Nike, I'm 11.5.
That's too big for a player.
Yeah.
I'm a 10 and a half boy these days.
I have a pair of shoes sitting in my closet right now that are a size too big for me. And I haven't found any, like, I thought about bringing them today to try and offer them to one of you guys. Like, the return window has closed. I got a good deal on them. They're, I intentionally bought women's shoes because they were on sale. But it's the Stan Smiths. They're kind of, the women's was on sale. The men's wasn't. So I bought the women's. The color is like pink. They're pretty dope.
Okay.
But they don't fit me. And so I don't know if somebody would like I think they're size 13 women's, which I think is your size, Will. I don't know. I believe that becomes a 12 men's.
I thought it was a difference of 2.
I used to skateboard.
I think it's different. I don't know on
13s.
Adidas. I just bought a bunch more women's shoes, so I'll let you know.
Okay. I'm probably just going to wear the ones I'm currently wearing into the ground, and then I'll just step out with some brand new ones one day.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
I don't think that's a bad idea either, dude. Are these a valuable pair of sneakers? Like, are they going to accrue any value since you've purchased them?
$115.
Okay.
So yeah, that's retail. There's no secondary market for these, I don't believe.
Okay. Yeah, dude, fuck the man.
You know what? I might just keep them. Sorry to go.
Do it in my name.
Okay. This is for Will. All right. Thank y'all for making me feel better about it.
Of course. Ooh, what's that? This Weekend in Fun, presented by our friends over at Naked Wines. Time to get excited, boys. I'll be honest with you. Whenever I go into a wine store, whether it's a supermarket, whether it's a liquor store, whether it's whatever, I feel a little intimidated in the wine aisle. And I always have my tail between my legs a little bit because I don't really know much of what's going on. And it's not a good feeling because I like to at least put out the vibe that I'm educated in wine, even though I'm not. It's just a tough thing for me to do. So I always end up just going by the label, taking a guess, and then I get home and I'm like, oh, that's why you don't base it on the label.
It stinks choosing poorly.
Well, luckily for us, this podcast is sponsored by Naked Wines. Naked Wines is a subscription service that seamlessly connects you to the finest independent winemakers on the planet, so you get a box of the market's best quality wines, however often you'd like, or for a fraction of the price you'd normally pay in stores. How do they do it? Naked Wines connects you with winemakers and everyday wine drinkers directly, allowing for vineyard to your door delivery at up to 60% off of what you would pay in store. By cutting out the traditional retail middlemen, we love doing that. And just skipping those markups, winemakers can pass those savings on to you without skimping on quality, and as a result, you get access to hundreds of top quality award-winning wines at significant savings, making Naked Wines the perfect thing for any wine drinker. I've got some news for you guys. I've been having a little bit of this stuff.
Have you seen this deal? What?
It's a crazy deal, Dylan.
$100 off?
It's a crazy deal. So I got a package of mine, and I dipped into it, Dylan. I dipped into the Scott Kelly Umpqua Valley Pinot Noir from 2021. This is a market price wine at $38.99 that we got for the low price of $26.99.
I've tried 2 different ones now. I just kind of just blindly, they sent us a box, right?
Mhm.
I kind of just blindly grabbed red wine, opened it. They were both fantastic. I can't tell you which kind I drank.
I had never heard of these because they are independent winemakers, so it was kind of a different game that I was playing. I wasn't used to seeing the normal stuff I see all the time. But when I saw this dude on the label just casting a fly rod and just
That's what's
hitting it,
up.
I was like, "That's me.
That's what's
That's
up.
me." Naked Wines has been around for over 10 years and funds over 90 independent winemakers with no commitments and membership fees. You too can enjoy Naked Wines hassle-free. And the best part, every bottle is a passion project from an independent winemaker. So you're literally making an independent winemaker's dream come true. So head over to nakedwines.com/Steam, click enter voucher, and in the top right, when you get to the website, just enter Steam for both the code and the password to get, wait for it, 6 bottles of wine for just $39.99 with shipping included.
What?
That's $100 off and less than $7 per bottle. That's nakedwines.com/Steam and use code and password Steam to grab 6 bottles for $39.99. One last time, nakedwines.com/Steam, code and password Steam for $100 off your first 6 bottles. Dylan,
It's unreal.
what are you getting into this weekend?
I'm going to start with Thursday night, if that's okay with you. Will. Let's
Ooh, Thursday night.
As Thursday night is the annual Wash Media Christmas dinner. And we will be at Garv in the private room decked out in our best Western attire.
Cowboys
And
only, dude.
I can't freaking wait.
Should we bring a sign that says Dick Saloon and put it up on the door of the thing?
Maybe we should. Have we told Dave this is cowboy theme?
No, but knowing Dave, he probably doesn't even need a clue there.
Should probably tell him because I didn't know about that till yesterday.
We know he has a hat. He'll be ready. I'm so pumped for that. Probably step out afterward if knowing us, we'll go to Deep Eddy or something.
What's the order?
Thursday night is their prime rib night. Have you had their prime rib?
I've had their prime rib,
It's
dude.
fucking good.
It freaks.
It's really, really good. So I will probably go with that.
Do they have a horseradish sauce we can toss on there too?
They do.
I don't eat my prime rib without horseradish.
They do. Friday, it might rain, so my plans could change, but we're going to do Trail of Lights with Parks and with the fam.
I know numerous people that have tickets to Trail of Lights on Friday, and it's just going to rain.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain, so we might pivot and do dinner or something. I'm not sure. And then Saturday, going to the Merriman. What's the official name of this party?
Merriman Christmas Cocktail Hour.
Merriman Christmas Cocktail Hour.
What time does that
I
start?
think it's longer than an hour.
6.
6.
It's going to be a sloppy few days.
Extra sloppy for you.
And that-
Are we
yeah.
slopping up the steaks at the?
Yeah.
Oh, you know
At
I
the
was
party?
born in the
Why,
slop.
why wouldn't we slop up the steaks? I don't get it. And Sunday, I'll probably just be licking my wounds on Sunday. I don't know.
Are we going to do any? Are you doing any pants beers this weekend?
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. At Brett's, I'm bringing a 30 rack of Natty, and I will be pants beersing all of them.
Yep.
So
No one's finishing more beers than me at this party. No one will walk
many
out more
beers have you
sober
had?
than me.
I don't know, like 18. It was just a lot.
Yeah. It's like,
Just
how are you talking so coherently right now? Well, I haven't had a drop of it.
His place is just flooded.
They're going to think the wet bandits rolled by.
Yeah. Anyway, it's gonna be quite the weekend. Micah, how about you?
Wow. Well, I don't have anything that exciting going on. We'll see if I can convince my wife to let me get to Carve on Thursday.
Curve.
I guess that's what we're calling it. So that sounds fun. That sounds great. Friday,
Bucharest for the boys?
my child is participating in a Christmas parade. They are ringing the youngest children at her daycare are ringing bells as part of the performance. Thank you. So we'll see if we get there. There is some talk of going to Houston for to visit my family for a Chanukah Christmas party. Chris Chanukah, I think is what it's called. So
Oh,
it's just available to all.
lovely.
I feel like we could workshop that branding.
Yeah, it looks great. So that is currently the plan, is to get to Houston Friday night, go to the party Saturday at noon, come back, watch some fantasy football, watch the pro football for fantasy playoffs, as you guys I'm sure are aware. And but uneventful. I have some work to do. We leave town next Tuesday for New York. So a lot of packing, a lot of stuff.
Dude, it's fun traveling over the holidays with a kid.
Never traveled with the
Enjoy it.
child on an airplane, so we'll see how that goes.
How old's the baby?
6.5 months.
Okay. I got some. We got some tips for you. We can forward your way.
Okay.
I'm not saying they're
Great.
foolproof, but yeah. My weekend's pretty straightforward. That Watch Media holiday party going to hit different. I'm pretty pumped up this year. A lot of people were worried that I was going to be on my pescatarian grind when we went to the steakhouse. That just simply isn't it.
Do they have seafood at Carve?
They do.
I know they have salmon, but that doesn't really count.
It's not their specialty, obviously, but
I bet it goes
they
crazy.
do
though.
offer a pesco.
Yeah, so we're going to be ordering their most expensive $45 bottles of wine, hitting that minimum.
I don't think we're gonna have as much trouble as you think.
Okay. Well, not if Mike is there. We're going to be just fine.
That's true.
Everyone's getting a prime rib.
We're
for
getting
the
carafes of wine.
carafes. And so, we're doing a coffee Friday in the studio on Friday, which means that we're going to be in here feeling a little dusty. That's going to start at 11 a.m. Central Time, not
Ugh.
Central Standard Time.
Live. It is Central Standard Time.
Oh,
We're in
Central Standard Time.
We're in Standard Time now.
We will
yes.
be broadcasting this live from YouTube for the first time ever. We're doing it. It's or do we decide if it was a simulcast? Do we know what that is?
It'll only be on YouTube.
Okay, it'll only
So-
be on YouTube.
so-
So go check that out. Go subscribe at youtube.com/circlingback. I'm intentionally clearing the schedule on Friday night. Don't want to do anything. Let me sit at my place. Let me vibe with the boys. Let me just hang out. So I'm not doing anything. Saturday, not really sure. Got a third birthday party I'm hitting, so that's going to get litty. And Sunday, I'm going to sit down on the couch that morning. I'm going to watch a terrible Manchester United team go to Liverpool and get absolutely crushed. And probably going to go have a power lunch after that in order to forget what's going on in the world of my favorite team. So we'll see how everything goes.
Can we talk about your order at Carve real quick? I've been to Carve or whatever, however you guys are pronouncing this several times.
Carve.
Just try
I've
it.
never been lucky enough to get the Carve. Is it a pirate theme thing? What?
No, it's Carve. Newest, hottest place in Austin.
The name of
Texas.
it's like so swanky sounding.
They have the Carve board for $4,
There it is.
which has a smoked New York strip, a prime rib, a Chateaubriand, hog heavens, shrimp brochettes.
Buddy, we've had it.
Okay, do you guys just order like a whole table full of these boards?
We did this one time, and we ate so little of it that the waitress ended up bringing home pounds of meat.
You left the leftovers to the waitress?
She asked us. She's
She
like,
asked us for it.
she was like, "You guys haven't really touched this entire side of this. Would you mind, like, if you're not going to box, because we didn't want to box it up because we were going to go to a bar after, and you can't be the guys walking in with a bunch of takeout.
we
food.
gave her legitimately $120 worth of steak.
Yeah, she had it all.
Wow,
And I took half of the sides and left them at the bar. So
What's your problem, dude?
I
I've never-
forgot.
I've never had a waiter or a wait person ask me if I can take your leftovers.
She was quite forward, and she came.
I
she-
kind of
She
appreciate
swung back around. I said, "Were you mentioned you wanted the leftovers? Were you serious about that?" She goes, "I will absolutely take them from you." So we boxed them up, and I set it on the seat. So not to make it look like super.
Yeah, it's not
obvious,
like
yeah.
here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so her manager
She,
didn't see it.
She
I see.
appreciated it.
As a former waiter, there was one time that I ate food from a customer. I got a grilled cheese for a kid with French fries. The kid did not want to eat it at all, and I was broke and hungry, and I was like, you know what? I'm eating this grilled cheese.
Fuck yeah!
I'm gonna eat.
Sometimes you got to eat a grilled cheese, man.
The squad didn't want me to, but I did. Damn, I didn't give a
Dude,
fuck.
hey,
dude.
I mean,
They
I think
hate
that
this.
I think uneaten food gets eaten in the back of every restaurant. Waiters eat that, and that's okay. I'm not judging anybody. I've just never heard of someone up front just be like, "Can you box that up for me to take home?"
I think we
But-
also mentioned to her that we were about to go to a bar, therefore it didn't allow for us
yeah,
to take it with
no, that's
us.
good.
you
I'm
know?
sure you guys were doing bits, having fun.
She was a good waiter.
we were
waitress.
having fun.
Yeah, the table next to us absolutely fucking hated us. So that's
Well,
how you
that's
know
why
the
you
wa-
get a private room.
It's fun being the most hated people in the restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, they do the custom cut steaks, and you have to get a minimum of 14 ounces. Could you just be like, I want a 39-ounce steak.
Let's do it. We could.
I want a 48 ounces of New York strip, please.
Let's see what they can do. We got to
If
hit
you've
the.
got a minimum.
I can't wait to not only hit the minimum, but just absolutely hit a maximum there. They're like, we can't charge your card this much. You guys ordered way too much
There's
food.
only so many ounces on this New York strip.
Never done this before, but we can't charge this much.
Still no
This
T-bone
is
on
too
the
much
menu?
for one transaction.
Can we get a list of the sides? I feel like I'm on a different wave than the boys when it comes to ordering sides.
You should just order
place.
lobster tail as a
It's-
side.
The chef's whipped potatoes. I'm not even sure it's on the menu.
It is.
Oh, it's got like
it's
all-
actually called Chefy whipped potatoes.
Chefy whipped potatoes.
Read us that. Give us
It's
a
very
sexy
over
reading.
the top. We whip in your favorites: bacon, scallions, capers, purple onions, and sharp cheddar cheese.
It's freaking
Who calls them
good.
purple onions? They're called red onions, right?
Yeah, they are purple, but they're definitely called red onions.
Yeah.
Those potatoes are too much for me. I'm just going to say it.
They're good,
ordered
Micah.
them.
They're
it's
rich.
too much. I
They're
want like
rich,
2
but they're
bites,
good.
but then you sit here with all of this, and you're like, do I take this home? I don't know.
There's nothing more defeating than leaving your to-go box at the restaurant when you're saying goodbye to everybody and you're heading out. Have you ever left one in an Uber?
No.
Devastating.
No.
Devastating stuff. Well, Micah, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been an absolute pleasure.
Man, it
You
really
brought
has
it as
been fun.
always.
Do you have any
Micah.
closing thoughts that you'd like to pass on to the backers?
The only thing I'll say is many people watching on YouTube are probably asking, what is that hat you're wearing? And it is a Lease Point Funding Group hat, which is the company that employs me. If you or anyone you know is looking to buy some equipment for your business before the end of the year, I'd love to help you. Go
Like
to
any
my-
equipment?
Any kind of equipment. If you have an LLC and any kind of equipment, most of the business we do is in the medical and aesthetic space. So if there are any device reps out there trying to get some deals closed before the end of the year, let's go. MicahWiener.com.
We buy like an X-ray machine or something.
Sure. Yeah. We can finance that.
It'd be fun for content.
If you guys are doing like aesthetic stuff, like do you guys have like Instagram filters you can send my way?
We could finance that for you, Will. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
actually looking for a margarita machine. Can you find something for me?
Do you have an LLC, Randy? I guess Dave could get you set up with one.
By any chance, does the neighbor who sells these things to your neighborhood, does he have a truck that says no fat bitches on the back? Because we have someone in town who's been driving around kind of scooping up trash from people's places.
He does not say no fat bitches.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that.
Micah, we love you. Thanks for
It's
hopping
been a
on.
lot of fun, and I hope to see you guys Thursday night.
Yes.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
This calls about business.